Now then, my friends, it's my last night in Belfast, and I was told to go to a place called Fish City, which is supposed to be the best fish and chips, but I've already done fish and chips at John Long's, I want to say Long John's. So I'm going to have a wander around, and I'm thinking steak. I don't know yet, so I'm not sure. You'll probably know before me because it'll be in the title. But we'll have a wander around, have a little look, peruse and see what it's like. If you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button at the end if you like the content. It is not like Netflix. It doesn't cost you a penny. Subscription is free. So do hit that subscribe button if you like the content, and also give us a thumbs up. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Now, cool, blimey, that's bright. That is Bar and Block, which actually is a steakhouse, but it's part of Premier Inn. And I've been to that before on the vlog, back in Nottingham, a few years ago. From memory, I think it was all right, but we don't want to go to Premier Inn for a steak, do you? Right, onwards. Do you remember when McDonald's used to be a cheap meal? It's not cheap anymore, is it? And I said this on a video the other day. The outside of the McDonald's now just doesn't draw me in. I liked it when it was the red and the yellow, the bright red and the bright yellow. Those were the days with Ronald McDonald. Not now, it's just a bland exterior, isn't it? Am I wrong? Let me know in the comment section. Ah. What an absolutely gorgeous evening here in Belfast. So what am I fancying? Steak or posh fish and chips? Decisions. Decisions. £1.19 breakfast at Tim Hortons. I'm going to say that's actually a really good offer. In this day and age, you don't get anything for £1.19 now. Hang on, I'm not falling for this. I was marketing, graphic designer. £1.19 breakfast when you buy any drink. So I'm guessing, is that right? Do you have to buy a drink for like £3 or whatever, and then you get a £1.19 breakfast with it? Or does the drink come with the breakfast? Let me know in the comments section, because if your coffee comes with it, then that's cheap. If not, then it's not. Now, the place I'm looking for is called Sticks and Stones, which is down here, but doesn't look the most inviting road. But let's see what it looks like from the outside. I'm going to say, looks a bit dark in there. It might be nice, but a little dark, and it's a lovely evening, and I want to sit outside somewhere, bit al fresco. Looks like they've got their own butchers there. If you've been to Sticks and Stones may break my bones. If you've been to Sticks and Stones, let me know. I'm going to go and have a look at this Fish City, because when I went for breakfast, the waitress there, or whatever you call them now, server, waitress, I don't know, times have changed, you can't say anything. The lady who served me my food, she said, "Oh, Fish City is the best fish and chips you will ever have." So maybe let's go and give that, let's go and have a look at it, shall we? Got the Ivy over there. Do you remember when the Ivy used to be the place to be seen in London, the one in Covent Garden, I think, or near Covent Garden, because there's that many now. But it's just lost it when they just franchised it out to the entire UK. It's just not the same now, is it? And the last few times I've been, it's been actually terrible. That's a nice building. Kind of reminds me of Prague a little bit. Right, here we are, Fish City. The sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in It's net of wonder forever. Let's see if we can get a table outside, shall we? It's very busy, which is a good sign. Right, well, it looks very nice in here. They've got cod and haddock, by the way. There is music playing, so I'm not going to be able to say a lot, but I can show you the fish and chips, and then we can sort of like sum it up after. I've ordered a beer. They've got quite a nice menu there. Award-winning fish and chips, Atlantic cod. I think I might have to go for the cod actually. But haddock or cod? Let me know in the comment section which you prefer. Right, so I've got my beer here. I've ordered the fish and chips. I've gone for the cod and chips because cod is the most popular, the gentleman said, the waiter said. They also do gluten-free as well, gluten-free option, so that's good to know if you are gluten intolerant. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. No skin on it, and as I say, the lady this morning at the breakfast place said that this is the best fish and chips anywhere in Belfast. So, and it does look very nice, I have to say. Looks very posh. Cheers, Carlsberg. Right, my friends, well, the goods have arrived. It looks very nice, very presentable. Got a little bit of lemon there as well, lightly salted. The batter, quite crispy, nice thick piece of fish in there as well. Nice thick piece of cod in there, just check that out. And also the chips underneath. But I think the fish has eaten all the chips. Boom, boom. Little joke for you. Got the tartar sauce and also some mushy peas. So while I'm putting some salt and vinegar on this, you just take a closer look, my friends. Right, so there you go. I'm going to say fish is very tasty, batter nice and crispy, and what I'm going to do is, rather than try and review it now with people eating because they're having a nice evening out, I'm going to eat the rest of this and then I'll meet you guys outside and we'll sum it all up. So wait for me out there and I shall catch you in a little while. I've come around the corner to sum this up, right? That's, I'm going to say, the most expensive fish and chip shop or fish restaurant in Belfast, right? Here's a copy of the bill, £36.45, right? With a service charge included of £4.05, right? The Carlsberg was £7.45. The fish and chips was £24.95, and then the service charge of £4.05. Where has all this service charge included in the bill come from? Over the last few years, in fact, post-COVID, there's been lots of it. This is Belfast, it's not London, and it's coming up with £4.05. It's not Dublin. I expect it in Dublin as well. You know, doubling the bill. But £4.05, you get it in Mansfield now as well. It's just ridiculous. And Nottingham and Leeds, it's just everywhere. Anyway, let's get down to business. The chips. here's a little video I did. They're not chips, are they? They're scrag ends. Scrag ends, they're not chips. You don't expect that from an upmarket fish restaurant like that. They're supposed to be the best. They're not chips, they were scrag ends. Right, and then the fish itself, the batter, okay, it was crispy. And the fish would have been all right, but, and this is a big but, it was wet. I'm not sure why, but it was just very wet inside. So I'm not impressed at all. I am not impressed. I expect more from a place like that. Maybe they do better other different types of fish, but fish and chips, the most pretentious, overpriced fish and chips that I've had. And I have to say, if I'm being honest, they were right. I've had to beep that out. For that price, absolute what a load of old garbage. No, sorry, do better. I mean, them chips, you should, if you're watching Fish City, I'm sorry, you should be ashamed of them chips, right? The ambience and the service was lovely, right? So I left the service charge, and admittedly, they did say we can take it off, and they pointed it out. I left it on because the service was nice, and I'm paying for the service. They were very nice in there. But the fish, okay, the fish, you can overlook it being a little bit wet, but the chips, I mean, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? So there we go. I'm going to give them, it's a difficult one because the service was nice. I'm going to give them, the chips. The peas, by the way, were, the thimble full of peas were nice. Tartar sauce, lovely. Don't know whether that was homemade. I'm going to go with a 5. How's that? I mean, that's more than fair. 5. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Maybe you've had a better experience, but for me, them chips were unacceptable. I should have said something. I haven't, because I was filming it and I just thought I can't be bothered. And I'm a typical Brit who doesn't want to complain. But if my daughter Paige was here, she'd have sent them back. Right, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Don't let it put you off. Maybe you've had a different experience. Maybe it was an off evening. Maybe it was the end of the potatoes or whatever. But I'm sure you'll agree those were unacceptable. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Maybe I should have gone to the steak place. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.